Hey, Tom.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing, buddy? Happy belated Veterans Day, and
Yeah.
thanks to all you men and women out there for keeping us all safe. God bless you all.
God bless them, absolutely. And for all you vets trying to get the benefits you so richly deserve, good luck to you.
Yeah, you're doggone right. And the heck with these immigrants and stuff trying to get the stuff ahead of our guys, our proud men and women. You know what I mean? Gonna run a little gig here for you. We got the candle lit, clearing the spirits, but something we've been working on for a while, and we've been getting a lot of fan mail for it.
Yeah, everybody wants to.
So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get prepared.
So Tom has to clear his head because the spirits talk to him.
Powers invested in
And he comes up with these answers. Now the questions have been sent in from our viewers and were hermetically sealed. So Tom does not know the questions. What he does is he pulls in the answers from the spirits.
Powers invested in me to the power of the white buffalo. Mr. Lump something, the Zubaban, please be with me.
Zubaban.
Powers invested in me and clear my mind. Please forgive me and grant me. Scratch my I gotta look.
What's wrong with your leg?
Just
part of the deal?
No, I got an itch right there. May the powers invested in me through the powers of the Zubaban forever rest with me. Okay, I'm clear.
The Zubaban. Okay.
Yes, I'm clear.
Very nice.
And I have my stuff, and as you explained, some questions have been mailed in. We've chosen a few, and I will.
But you don't know the questions.
I do not know. They were hermetically sealed, I believe.
Hermetically.
Hermetically? Like Rodriguez?
Just think, Rodriguez. Hermetically sealed,
Okay.
meaning her. Female.
Gotcha. Now, are my horns? They're down. They should probably.
Would you like them up? Would you want to get? No, they're not staying.
Well, they're just not staying.
Wait. I think I got them.
Ooh, that's tickling. I got a scratch in my throat.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Don't do that again. Anyways, are you ready? Let's give it a go here.
I'm ready. Go
We'll
ahead.
see if they work.
Clear your head.
Clear my head of all evil thoughts. Not that far. I want to keep those thoughts. Okay. Loose stool.
Loose stool. What is the last thing a jihad experienced?
When they see the forces.
Loose stool. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
I like
this
that.
Is coming through the powers.
Yeah.
New York, New England, Pittsburgh.
New York, New England, Pittsburgh. And just to verify, New York is the city?
Yes, I believe.
Okay. And New England is probably Boston?
That could be me.
Okay. You're just not sure how it's coming through.
The horns aren't sticking up.
And the question is, name 3 shitholes. Sorry. Did I interfere with the vibes?
Diapers, fecal bags, urinals, and a one-way ticket to Mexico.
Diapers, fecal bags, urinals, and a one-way ticket to Mexico. Christmas ideas for California.
Pigs in a blanket.
What do you call the squad trying to warm up at a ski lodge? Sorry. The squad being the freshmen, AOC and her squad. You gotta pray now? Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. What will research get from communicating with whales?
It's absurd if you ask me. Well, that's...
Wait a minute, what else we got here?
I'm getting one last thing.
No, well, yeah, go ahead.
One last thing. I see... It's not the streets of San Francisco, but I see something being squished.
Squished.
It's flipping around, it looks greasy, and it's being squished. Could it be squished?
The dolphin. Squish the fish.
It could be. I see a squishing.
Squish
of
the fish. And by the way, I'm going to be there on Sunday with Alex, and we better win that game because I'm 0-3 the last time. We used to kill them in the early 90s. Now we just can't win in that dump. That's another shithole. You could have named 4 shitholes.
That's all that came to me, and I want to just debrief from the power of the Great White Buffalo and forever, and zap myself out, and I'm back. Now, please don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't. I mean, he goes into a trance that I don't know. I'm worried he's not going to come out.
Well, you have to train yourself, and I've done some work with the Zuba Society, and that's not Zubaz, it's the Zuba Society.
Zuba.
And I know anybody can pick up a hat and a blanket, but you have to be careful what you're doing, and you have to have the right candles, and immerse yourself in the oils, the what do you call those special oils? The
essential oils.
Essential oils. You have to use the essential oils in the essential areas.
Yeah, don't tell me what area. Face is kind of glowing a little bit, but I don't know about the rest of it.
It was all weekend practicing.
All right, there. So what should we call you?
I'm getting a lot of my stuff from Olaffub.
Olaffub.
Yes.
Okay, Olaf. Very good. All right, well, let's...
And one last thing, if you see me in public, I can't just do this without preparing myself. So don't come up to me like in a food court or a,
you can't do
the train station or anything.
You got to have lit candles. There's got to be
there's a routine you got to do. And like I said, you don't want to try, just like the jumping off the buses on the tables and stuff, you don't want to just try this stuff at home, you can get hurt.
Yeah, good point, good point. All right, good. Speaking of getting hurt, not a real good Bills game on Sunday.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing. We're preached to, and I buy in, trust the process, but the head coach didn't. And
he didn't.
Everything's said and done, all the highs to throw out the lows. You get the ball back with 1:30 to go, and 2 timeouts. Let the kid wing it. Why the confusion? Why try to kick a 50-some yard field goal with a guy that hasn't kicked over 50 in a calendar year?
Yeah, he's 58% kicking since he was cheaply hit last year against the Jets. So basically, you got a guy struggling badly. You're on grass. We all know about Scott Norwood and grass. It's better on the AstroTurf. And Devin Singletary probably should have tried to get out of bounds quicker. However,
he also made another mistake there too by throwing the ball to his quarterback instead of getting into the referee to set it up.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys practice starting in April with the voluntary and involuntary practices and the OTAs and PTAs and team bonding, cookouts. Do you know they actually take guys, the team, in groups of 4 or 5, put them out in the wilderness with compasses and make them come back in.
Wow.
They do zip lining and all that. Why can't you run the 2-minute drill when you have to with all that practice? Why was there confusion?
There was confusion, and the bottom line is that there was confusion because he said he didn't want to huddle. So your head coach says he didn't want to huddle. Your offensive coordinator, Dayball, is like confused, and so is your quarterback. So that was a cluster. I think that's a big part of it. Now let's go to Dayball for a minute. I've held off on getting on Dayball because offensive coordinators stink, and we say it every year, and the whole bit. However, you're going in against the 29th rush defense, and you give that kid 8 carries. Absolutely absurd. Basically, he treated that game Sunday like he had Dan Marino behind center.
Well, we said it last week. You clearly stated that. Go home and hug your kids and make love to your wife, I believe is what you said.
That was the quote, yeah. I know.
We did get a few letters on that one, but
I went too far.
These guys
At least I said make love.
outthink themselves.
They do.
They
outthink themselves.
And why don't we just run what's working good for us? The other thing is, you've heard comments, well, they've taken the run away from Josh. Well, they haven't taken the run away from Lamar Jackson.
No, they haven't.
They don't take away what Brady does. Granted, Brady's a Hall of Famer and stuff.
Right, I know, but
Mahomes is throwing the ball around the field. Do what you do, and if it's not good enough, let's move on. Let's not go another 18 years to get a God bless America quarterback.
Well, let's talk about it. I think they've neutered him a little bit. To me, it's the reverse of J.P. Lossman, which was we had a guy that scrambled in Lossman, and we said, well, we got to make it a pocket passer. That screwed up. Now with this guy, what's happened is he's not hitting on the bombs. But early in the year when he threw the bombs, they weren't incomplete and overthrown, they were picked.
Right.
So I think the guy's scared to death to underthrow it. So he's not throwing a bomb for a catch. He's throwing a bomb to make sure they don't get it. And that's horrific thinking.
And through all the confusion, I know people say, well, there was 8 in the box. Well, we had 8 in the box too. And players have to make plays out there.
Boy, thank you. Players must make plays. Schemes help you, but players got to get off their blocks and they have to make plays. And for the Bills, I thought there were holes there, and I thought we completely screwed up with that game.
On the final play there with all the confusion and stuff, first off, it's confusion when the kicker's starting to run on. Then he runs out because we're going to try that Harry High School horse shit.
That is horse
shit. Which only works against us, to Lee Smith. But you knew there was confusion there. The bottom line is on that play, if you watch the rest of the games that week in the red zone, undrafted quarterbacks, Brad Allen, I don't know what his name is, from Carolina, moving his team down the field with the little dinks and donks. Because the defense is playing
320 yards, and it's not about yards. It's about winning. The defense, and we're not winning.
Right, they're playing protect. You know, whatever. I can't think of the term right now because of these horns. But that pass was there for us. I said it for how many times now? Why can't our guy make those little passes? It was there. Cole Beasley was wide open.
Prevent defenses, and we went to different things. John Brown screwed up. He turned inside, should have went outside. Still a very low percentage play.
Beasley was wide open, but they had pumped in this kid's head.
Yeah.
Be careful, be careful. There was one play, the cover 0 was on. That means that John Brown, take that confusion out of the kid's head. You can't play confused. Look at the Sabres last year, and with Bylsma and some of these morons with all this, you can't play confused. Scratch and itch. Keep it simple.
You got
yes, I won't say the word.
Now, I want to get to Josh Allen.
Am my horns affecting you? Anything you're saying?
No, the horns are fine. Thank you. Josh Allen, let's just say what it is. Josh is average. He's not great. He's not horrible. But his QBR is second last. His quarterback rating is third last. Again, I know those are stats, and I'm not going to dig deeply into them. But when you're third last, there's something wrong. The other thing is the naked eye. Josh, you're missing guys on 3rd and 3, 4th and 3. Guys are wide open, and you're throwing 1.5 yards behind them, and they can't catch it. That has to stop. I don't know if it's ever going to stop, and if it doesn't, then we got to draft a quarterback next year because we can't wait another 5 years.
Should always, and I think we talked about this last week too, should always draft a quarterback, right?
Yep.
Now, that might not mean with the 15th overall pick, but a couple of things can happen there. Draft the best players, and what the Bills got stuck doing for all those years, they didn't go for that quarterback.
Filling holes, and for many years we didn't go.
Russell Wilson was a guy that was available. We chose somebody else, and the list goes on. Garoppolo.
He was amazing. It's Garoppolo.
Is it Garoppolo? Him too.
Are you thinking about Barabbas from Jesus?
It could be, but that guy was good too, that Garoppolo.
Yeah, okay.
And the guy you said.
By the way, New England, they draft Garoppolo. They only trade him because Kraft doesn't want any competition for Brady. Then they go and get this kid that went to Indianapolis. This guy I thought was nothing. Now he's winning there. They find the right guys. We find nobody. Jacoby Brissett. Are you all right? Something coming in?
Robert, you need number 1.
What?
I'm thinking the agents of the Orient, whatever. Never mind. When you said Crafts.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, well, he got out of that because he got money, but we won't go there again. So, Josh, you've got to figure it out, buddy. And if you can't, we got to move on.
See, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this off because things are coming through the horns and I can't shut it down. Please, don't try to even drive with one of these.
No, God. The interference from the radio. And well, GR, you'll lose GR in about 3 miles because it's the weakest signal ever.
It is horrific. What time we got going here? Do we have...
we have about 5 to 6 more minutes.
Because we don't want to overrun. Our Sabres guys, jump from them. I think the Bills will come back and beat Miami.
Well, they better.
And
I was 0-3 last year with the boys. I think we'll beat Miami. I think we're going to have a hard time for the Sabres in Florida and Tampa.
One quick thing with the Bills, too. They did have the lead, 5:40 to go, and the ball was down there on the 10.
The 18.
The 18? Then they got the 8. Well, they took away the 8.
Subtract from 100, it's 18. Yeah.
Okay.
It's 82.
They were down there, and we let them off the hook with that drive. Can't have that happen either.
We sure did.
Can't have that happen.
No, I heard you.
And Sabres, it's kind of what we thought. We said we were at the Arizona game. The problems were there. I'm not Joe negative or Nelly negative or whatever the heck kind of negative rhymes with negative, what name. But they're not quite good enough yet. And there's a comment, Skinner, by that guy working for the Penny Saver now.
Fired Jerry?
Yeah, Skinner's taking the money and running. No, he doesn't have talent with him. Our top guys need a little help. Our GM has got to do something to identify it. You told me earlier in our meeting before the gig here that they brought up Curtis Lazar. I cried pretty much for a few minutes. Nothing against Curtis Lazar.
No, nothing, but he's a 4th liner.
And that means you're moving up one of the gang of 3?
Yeah. No, actually, they said they're gonna play Lazar probably on the 2nd line, believe it or not.
And by the way, the answers to a lot of the Sabres problems are in the paper every Tuesday morning. When you turn into hockey, lower left, Sabres statistics. They finally put the leading scorer first and so on. I wish they would figure out that Johan Larsson's not a right winger, he's a center. But look at the minutes played. Johan, Saboka, Gergensons are playing around 14 minutes a game. That should not.
Too much.
It's dead minutes.
Oh, and by the way, let's go to our fourth line, because all I heard about was what they like forecheck and the Corsi numbers, and they're great penalty killers. Our penalty kill is atrocious. Now, it could be Ralph's system, because they don't push it. They stay in their box and they don't really attack. Well, I agree. I would like an attack style PK.
In preseason, Kruger came out and said he wanted to attack. And we were doing that, and we were successful. Teams were making quick passes. Schemes don't win with that stuff, right?
Right.
Players do, but
you got to put them in a position to succeed.
He did say he wanted a more aggressive penalty kill, and we have not seen that.
No, we really haven't, and it's been bad. So you got a great Corsi numbers, no goals, and you got a penalty kill that's horrific right now.
Got to get somebody in that top six to help and take the pressure off Jack. Put Skinner back with Jack and Sam. Put Olafub there on the second line. Get me a second line guy.
Really, very quickly, where this season's going to go down the tubes. And you've heard me say before that we've got the bottom six can't score a goal. Well, now it's coming out finally in that cat paper. They're finally, what do you call it? Cat litter?
It's cat litter.
Yeah, it basically lines the bottom where cats shit. But anyway, they about 3 months after we said it here, are now saying there are legitimately 7 or 8 guys on these forward lines out of 12 that can't score a goal.
By the way, if you happen to watch...
You interrupted me? I said can't score a goal in the NHL.
That is true. By the way, if you watch the Global Series from the Global Dome in Global Sweden,
everything's full.
Edu there was talking about Rochester's just loaded with talent. Actually, we're not.
We're not.
We're a bottom 6 producer down there. And Mickey Mouse GR, I'm doing the game from...
well, first 716 on Friday.
716.
Guys, I'll take some wings over the line. They score. Yeah, give me a beer with the wings.
Plant that here, sweetheart. You could. I don't know if anybody listened. It was horrific.
Boy, you talk about it. We didn't have the budget. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Dump some staff and get out of that, because
you know what I liked is Rob Ray. He was taking shots. They were doing it but it was from a quiet KeyBank Arena on KeyBank Center, whatever, on Saturday. But he took some shots. He's going, yeah, I really can't tell what's going on. You got to be there. And he said it about a few times.
And I think it was shots, too, in his Canadian sarcasm.
Hey, dude.
Just got off the phone with Jim Patrick between periods. I'm confused, because I'll call Wayne on his cell phone from here to a mile away, and how are you calling somebody in Sweden?
Well, it signs at papers. But the Sweden, you can hear from the Sweden.
And it was the Global Arena, right? For the Global Series.
Guys,
by the way, now the Sabres come back.
They're exhausted.
10 games in 17 days. They don't know what they're going to do. They need constant IVs. Bottom line, I don't really feel sorry for that, because, my God, they're in shape, play. But why does the NHL do that?
Yeah. And
send them over there.
London, I'm sick of it.
Send them over there. Games back to back.
Yeah.
Now they come back. They don't play again until Thursday night. And Carolina's
it's not going to be pretty. This is gonna fall apart real
quick. Shout out Don Sherry, love you 100%, buddy. Should have never got canned.
Yeah. Did we talk to him? Did we talk about Sherry? Yeah.
I don't know if we did, but that was horrific.
By the way, Don Sherry, I saw it live on Hockey Night in Canada. I saw him say it. I had no issue whatsoever with it. He said to show your patriotism and to wear a poppy and buy it. He said, "You people." Well, guess what? You people can mean anybody, but the minorities up there and the immigrants decided to take that as a horrible thing to say. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to stand right here and tell you, I totally disagree. I don't love Don Cherry. I think sometimes he's the biggest buffoon there is. But, we are so afraid to say anything now.
Right. I mean, it's got to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Those people coming over here don't care about our traditions, either Canada or here, and it's a shame. But, hey, we got to bend over and feel sorry for them, right?
Yeah, and it's what you always say, right?
Right. And if you keep bending over too many times, you're going to have a hard time, especially after shoveling that Lake Effect lead the other day. By the way, I had 2 walleye in the driveway.
Lake Effect, they just picked it right up and dumped it. Huh?
It was right there. They were still flapping around.
That's funny stuff, man. All right, so we're getting close. I think we need to wrap it up.
Anyways, have a safe trip in Florida. Wayne will be down there taking in the Dolphs,
yep.
The Miami, Florida, and the Tampa Bay game.
And
we all remember the last trip.
0-3. I can't be 0-3 again. In fact, I had an 0-3 in 2013 when we went to Cleveland on a Thursday night, and 2 Sabre games. 0-3. Last year 0-3. God bless. Can we at least beat Miami so I don't have to be over?
We are trying to work on a surprise if we can clear logistics down there. Wayne's going to try and do a quick little report from right outside the Agents of the Orient, where it all went down.
Yeah.
From the outside, I didn't see. He wasn't going to go in.
Well, he paid off so many judges and the owners of the Orient thing there that they've now built a palace on the end of the strip mall. Now you can get your happy ending in a nice plush place, not a
By the
strip
way,
plaza.
question from Jim in Wales. No, Epstein didn't commit suicide. Anyways, have a safe trip, and
Yeah.
we'll see you guys all next week.
Yeah, keep it in your next. Well, next week I'll be in Florida. We might have to figure.
We might have to
remote.
skip a week.
Yeah, I might have to skip. Hey, keep it in your necks and bark like a dog if you feel like it.
That's right. And remember, if you're looking for answers from within, sometimes you got to look. If you're looking for answers to get out, sometimes you got to look in. That's what I want to tell you.
Timmy?
Well, it's mine, and I share it with my good buddy in New York too, and it's so true.
All right, guys. Take care.